glad to have you with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, there is so much excitement here at Oklahoma State. They had great success, reached many highs under Mike Gundy, but they have turned the page, and they have got a new, young, exciting coach in Eric Morris, who has proven himself in Texas football at North Texas. They want to see if he can revamp this once-proud Cowboy program. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Cowboys offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll go to the counter play. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Byron Brown. We're expecting a masterclass in quarterback play as these two get set to square off.
Hey, man, I'm so excited to see these QBs go head-to-head. They're obviously in new spots, right? Both these guys are transfers. Nothing new. We've seen that at Heisman Trophy ceremonies now. Go to find a new team, find success. Now they go head-to-head. Palmer, what are you most excited about watching in this matchup?
Well, I'm excited to see the QB duel. These are two guys that chose their respective schools through the portal because they wanted an opportunity to compete for championships, but they did it to play in games like this. This was a game we had circled at the start of the year in large part because who was playing under center for both schools. This one is going to go right down to the wire. I expect to see high-flying offense. I have not been more excited for a game in a long time than this one here.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Brown wants to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Firing to the right, complete. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. And remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Well, that's just a foolish penalty. You can't lose track of the play clock that close to the goal line, but still first and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snags it.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Knocked off his feet. The offense trying to find a way on fourth and goal from the 2. He's got him, and he will score. Touchdown, Auburn.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Coleman's got it on the right side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays, now set up with a whole playbooks available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that third down and short range.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this now.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to do it on the ground. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on fourth down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it down. There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk.
Might have a chance. Got enough space. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Once he got some room, it was over.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return, he stopped short of the 25. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there is some really good things happening. One of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing? Coming off that loss last week, he got banged up. And guys, I think it could impact his ball security, how he's cutting and moving on the field. I've got my eyes all over this, and I will keep you posted how this game progresses. Guys?
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Wide open downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The officials have stopped the clock as there is an injured Auburn Tiger on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Brown wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Pulls it in. It's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there.
Looking deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Nimrod. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with South Alabama taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Jaguars sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Got it behind the line. It's Kane. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Brown wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Off play action. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The run inside. It's Jones. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. DB's locked up tight on the a shot toward the end zone. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for room. It's Pop. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. then I'll throw the football.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nimrod. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. Got his man. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and getting...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. After the filthy move, he's got room. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. And off to Jones. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cowboys kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Flag 18! Flag! Motion!
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Barnes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pressure coming. It's on target and complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got it on the move. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Ready to try the point after. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there is some really good things happening. This has been such a positive experience. They brought this transfer wide receiver in for a reason. They needed him to bolster their wide receiving core and be a bigger piece of this offense, and he has delivered on all of those. I've seen him talking to all the other guys, keeping guys motivated and hyped. It is so exciting to see what the future holds for this transfer. He has fit right in here today in his first game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their 3rd. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Bunch formation for these receivers. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
The Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Here's a give to Washington. To the 10. He works his way past the 1st down marker, and that will put this one away.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the 1st.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Calls his own number. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone. It's Page. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it's
picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah.